Hey man, hey man.
Hey dude, what's up? How's it going?
Wait, hold on. Can't hear anything.
Oh, is
Hey
it
man.
from my end?
Nah, you're good. How you going?
Oh, all's good, man. Pretty down with sinuses today, so
No.
I'm sneezing a lot
Yeah. When'd you get it?
since yesterday, dude.
Yeah,
Just
right.
bedridden.
No way. Okay. Far out. Are you still working
Yeah.
or what's going on?
Huh?
Did you take days off work?
Well, I mean, it's a New Year's weekend, so
Uh-huh.
um, thankfully I didn't have anything going on last night, but
Yeah.
quite bad timing though, because I want to celebrate New Year's with the family, and now like I'm kind of down with a cold.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's
Uh,
true.
what about you on your end? What's your plans for the New Year's?
Nothing much. Just hanging out with some friends, family as well. Planning a trip up to we have a thing called Wilson's Prom. It's like this really nice nature reserve. Like
Right.
4 5 hours away. So probably going to that next week. Um,
Wow.
and that's about it, man. The weather's so nice here. How's the weather up there?
Oh, it's been a monsoon season, so just been raining and raining nonstop.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
All right.
really down weather. But I guess it's cold, so it's nice. Because in Singapore, it's always summer over here. We don't
Okay.
really get any other like kind of weathers.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty nice of a change, you know.
Nice. So is it normally summer like every single month?
Every single day. We
Really?
don't get anything else like no winter, nothing like that.
Is that good or bad?
Well, I wouldn't say it's hot here, it's more humid.
Yeah,
So
humid,
it's
hey. Yeah.
more bad than good.
Have you been to like Thailand?
Once, yeah, once or twice.
Is it like that?
Something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No, I think one of the other guys is joining. I think he's driving as well. So maybe.
Is it Feli Genie?
What's that?
Is the other guy Feli's joining?
Yeah, I think so. He said it was pretty late. He said he'll try. Um, and then
Hmm.
one of the other guys, he's joining as well in a minute. I think he's driving actually. So we'll see. What about your
Oh,
mate?
sorry?
What about your friend? What's it?
Yeah, I'm trying to get him more involved with everything, but I don't know. I can't really you know, push him that much. I guess
Yeah,
that's a saying, if you can lead a horse to water, but you can't
yeah,
force it
yeah.
to
Yeah.
drink.
No, that's fair. Look, yeah, I mean, whatever he wants, that's fine. How your trade's been going? Apparently, like what you said before, not well.
Yeah, I got so much to learn, dude. Although I mean, uh, I've been around this space for, I would say, like roughly 2 years, 2.5 years,
Okay.
but I never really fully committed to it. I've just been
Yeah.
like following signals, trying all the easy methods like
Signals
copy
are fucked.
trading.
Signals are fucked.
So yeah, man, I learned it the hard way.
Yeah, I
So
think everyone does.
yeah, yeah. And
No.
after just recently, I just decided, why not just learn this whole thing myself? I just always had this fear that I might learn the wrong strategies or learn the wrong knowledge, and then like I would just be sort of lost.
Yeah, I
So
mean, like I tried to follow Signals. I don't know if he's around, but he was some like YouTube dude, and I was like, oh, like he's doing really well. I'll like follow his Signals, join his Signal chat. So dude named Big Dick. I wonder who this is.
oh my gosh, yeah, like signals, they don't give you a chance to who is this? Who's Big Dick? What a name. It's not Felly, is it?
No, is it Ryan? Maybe it's Ryan.
Well,
But yeah, dude, I spent like $500 on Signals one time. That was shit house. Uh,
man, sucks, dude. And now I've seen recently like those TikToks where like a lot of Australian influencers are like saying you can compound 2% a day in Forex. You can make like
Yeah.
this much money in a year.
Dude, I've got a friend in some pyramid scheme. He's trying to get me into it every second day. He's like, dude, just use AI. Like we make like 4% a day every day. I was like, shut up, bro.
Yeah, man. What are the days AI now?
Yeah, yeah. Look, oh man. Like I've worked because in like software engineering we have like AI.
Yeah,
And I've done like machine programming, and I promise you, like whatever shit they have is nothing compared to what we fucking trade with. No way.
yeah.
I think he's changing his name. Okay, so I reckon when he comes back, we'll just start. But yeah, bro, like
Sure.
what did you start with? Like when you said like strategies.
Um, well, as I put in the group, I started with the 15-minute time frame trading. I wanted to try the Asian session method.
Yeah,
So because the Asian session is very low volatility, so I
yeah,
thought okay, maybe it's much safer for me to start there rather than try
nah,
perhaps like XAU USD, you know.
yeah, yeah.
So it required me to wake up really early in the morning and
Mm,
you know just focus on the session open. So I was trading session open, like watching where the price moves, and then like perhaps 1 hour into session open, I place a trade and I focus on the Asian pairs.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Mm,
I guess like it keeps going against my setups, so I knew there was a few gaps in my knowledge,
yeah.
perhaps with my strategy, and Um, I was just trying to just keep catching reversals because
Mm,
I knew when the New York session closes and we start with the Asian session,
yeah,
uh, there will be a lot of liquidity sweeps.
yeah,
So was my main focus, just to catch the liquidity sweeps during the Asian session.
yeah, right. I got you.
But I mean, over time, I decided to just try out swing trading because at least like I don't have to put too much time into the market, so I can just like focus on other things.
Yeah,
That's why like
that's true. I like swing trading. It's just it's such a long game. Like
yeah,
the
yeah,
patience you need for it is so hard.
right.
I like being able to be in and out. Like I don't look at the charts all the time, so I just set an alert of like I'll look at the chart in the morning, and I'll set an alert to like key areas, and then when they trigger throughout the day, because I'm working from home anyway, like I just have my laptop here. Um,
Mhm.
I just look at the chart and just enter if it's the right setup. So like you don't have to be looking at the charts all the time if you have that luxury of just being able to log on. That's the thing.
Right.
So I recommend like, are you at home most of the time or you away?
Um, for the most part of my day, I'm always at the office because
Yeah.
I'm for my 9 to 5, I'm like doing wholesaling. So
Ah,
I'm sort of required to be at the office doing
okay.
sales.
Yeah, right.
I don't really have much time to focus onto my charts. The only time I do check the charts is usually at night or
Mhm.
during the morning, right before work.
Why don't you have like an hour block to trade? Like you
An
sit
hour block.
down, yeah, so you sit down after, so like our London session starts at 7, or mine does, and 7 p.m. Melbourne time. So
Mm,
7 to 8, I'll look at the market, I'll see a setup that I want to trade, and I'll take it. If I don't see it, I just won't take it. That's what I tried as well. That was really good if you don't want to stare at the charts all day.
right, right. So how long do you spend looking at the charts before you enter a trade?
Depends. So so like, can you see my screen now?
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah. So
looking at it.
this is Euro USD.
Hmm.
And so I had an alert for here, which was one of the key zones here. As you can see, we had a break of structure here, right? We
Yeah,
pushed up. And when I saw this change of character, I saw it, look, next demand zone that we're going to go down to is either here, here, or here, right? This is the main one. So
right.
I set an alert here, and I was like, if price comes down to here, I'll look at what it's doing. Depending on what it's doing, I'll take the trade, right? So once I got tr the alert triggered in at what is that, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. I saw this breaker structure, right? And I think one of the main things that helped me kind of like clock in is like you'll know like the market moves like this.
Yeah, higher highs, higher lows.
Yeah, and it's always like a wave. So I'm always expecting that pullback. Once the breaker structure happens,
Hmm.
just go down to 15. So once a breaker structure happens, there's always going to be a pullback. And whether it's here, 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 there's always going to be a pullback, right?
Yeah,
So for the pullback, we hit this demand zone,
right.
and I saw this candle close. It's in the Discord as well. Where is it? In the reading candlesticks, if you go over that as well, you can see like we tried to push down, but we had this area where, the sellers tried to push down. We couldn't really get past this zone and we closed here.
Before the next candle went
Yeah,
bullish.
before this candle. Yeah. So I saw this close and I was like, okay, so we have buyers in this demand zone, right?
Mm,
Because this was the last demand zone before that break of structure. If I take this
right.
away, before this break of structure, this was the candle that caused that break of structure. If that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna be like this. This is this is the first demand zone, right? I saw it close like that, so I was like, okay, so we have a slowdown in price, right? This is why strategy is important. So watch for 4 hour daily support zone, which is this, right?
Right.
Then watch for 1 hour resistance candle, which is this.
Amira,
Yeah.
sorry to
No,
interrupt.
no,
You
you're good.
mind if I record the session?
Yeah, I think it's actually
Yeah.
recording.
Oh
Maybe.
yeah, I think it's from your end.
Yeah, I can definitely send it to you anyway. But yeah, you're more than
Ah,
welcome to record it.
perfect. Perfect, perfect. All
Yeah,
right,
record it.
after the meeting, then you just send it to me, yeah? So if
Yeah.
I
All right, all good, all good. Yeah, if you want to record it as well, that's fine.
all right,
Um,
as you were saying.
so I saw that 1 hour candle close, which is here, right?
Hmm.
That's that candle close. So when you zoom into the 15 minute, I make all my um like my first look is on the 15 minute. So
Hmm. Okay.
once that 1 hour candles, I come 1 hour. Once that 1 hour candle closes, I come to the 15 minute, and then I have a look. Okay, so we have a slowdown in price compared to this candle, this candle, this candle. Like these are a lot weaker. You know what I mean? Like this,
Yeah, a lot of wicks.
yeah, a lot of wicks in this area. So there's clearly demand here, right? And we had this break of structure. So after this break of structure, yeah, what I'm expecting is another reversal and then to keep going, right?
Right.
That's just the basics, right? There's always going to be retracement after the break of structure. So after that, get this out of the way. So after that break of structure, I'm expecting this pullback. And if I keep going down, there's this move down, and on the 3 minute, there's this break of structure here. Or this is actually meant to be an internal change of character, right?
Right. Internal change
So
character, yeah.
yeah, internal change of character is when, so we got bullish pressure here, and then that high is taken out, that protected high is taken out.
Hmm.
And then once I saw that, I marked out my 3 minute demand zone, which is inclusive of this one. So this one, let me move this away, which is inclusive of these two candles because this candle is what caused this break of structure or this internal change of character, right?
Right.
So I just included this as well to keep it as a, I actually got the video here too, so it's probably a better explanation if I bring up the video. Go. So I recorded it here. Can you see that video? That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was get Orion in here. All right. Wait for. Hey man. I know you're probably driving, but yeah, feel free to chat if you can.
Oh, so Feli Genie's real name is Ryan?
Yeah. Oh no no
Ah,
no no
yeah.
no! This is one of the newer guys. I don't think he can. It's probably pretty late where he is. He was just
Ah,
messaging me about it.
got it. Wait,
Uh,
is Feli Genie not in based in Melbourne?
no, he's in fucking where is he? He's definitely not in Melbourne. I think he's European or something.
Ah, right, right.
But he's really good. I love his entries.
Yeah, he seems pretty experienced. He works at the bank as well, right? So he kind of
Yeah,
knows the intricacies.
yeah. He loves his theories, which I don't pay too much attention to those theories. But like, if it works for him, it works for him.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me. Okay.
So based on this video, you're showing me the internal change of character, right?
Yes, so that's that.
Based on the 3 minute time frame.
Yes.
I do have a question. When you look at the 15-minute time frame, right?
Uh-huh.
What
But
about the 30-minute time frame? Does that make any significant difference?
not really. Look, this is the time frame that I sound works for me. You can
Right.
use a 30 minute. Like, let me have a look at the 30 minutes. Look, it's the same. Like, you can argue it's the same um, slow down candle here, the
Yeah.
resistance here. But I just use the 15 minute. I think it's just a little bit more detailed.
Right, right.
Plus, I've got the hour there anyway, so I can use that too.
So these are the main time frames that you sort of look at, right? For
Yeah,
an
so
analysis.
once it taps into my 1 hour, 4 hour, or daily supply or demand, I scroll straight down to either the 1 hour or the 15 minute.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so let me go back to this. So as you can say, this is just continuing bearish, right? We had this break,
Yeah.
right? And then this is our protected high now. So once I saw price break above and close above, some people use wicks, some people use just closes. I use closes. I think it's a bit better.
Hmm.
Um, so once I saw it close, I found out this and this to be the next demand zone to take that reversal. So I put my this is a fib I use. I think it's just more of a cognitive bias thing than anything. But it just gives me a little bit more security and confidence in taking the trade here, as opposed to taking the trade here.
Right.
So once I did that, as you can see, so yeah, price tapped into the demand zone. I didn't take it straight away because I was just doing it manually. But I was
Okay.
looking on my MT4. You've got MT4, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so when you go to take a trade, you know that seconds chart that shows up?
Right, right, yeah. The second shot. Correct, correct.
Yeah, before
Right,
you.
right below the buy and sell buttons.
Yeah. So on that one, I use what you call a 1 second change of character. So it's the same, you'll see it. So it will move like this all the time, but once it gets into the zone, right? I
Yeah.
take the trade as soon as that 1 second closes like that, I'll take the trade. So that's what happened here. I saw it close right there and I took the trade. So the
Right.
1 second change of character entry was that candle there.
Okay.
I'll make a channel on that as well. I'm working on that one right now. And I'll post that to the Discord as well. But that was a strategy that I found works really well. Next time you take a trade or like look at the markets, just have the MT4 open, even if it's for a minute, and just watch that 1 second change of character on MT4.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
So
writing that. I'm writing that down.
yeah. So you'll see that happen, especially in a demand zone. It happens all the time, but it's more valuable when it's in a demand zone or a supply zone.
Got it. Okay.
So after that, I bought here and I put my stop loss right below that most immediate demand zone. It could have been bigger, but my risk reward would have been garbage. So I just
Right.
deferred. What was this, 3.8 or something? Just leave that. What was this? Yeah, 3.88. Could have held it for longer, but there's really no point. So once I entered, that was this candle here. So it's here. And I put my
Right.
stops under that and just held it until I saw this. So you know how we talked about the candle right before the breaker structure is a supply zone?
Yeah,
So that's that candle on the 3 minute charts. That one is now a supply zone,
3 minute
right?
supply.
That's because that's also part of what caused that breaker structure,
Mm.
right? If that makes sense. Is that making sense so far?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Let me know, like interrupt me if you have any questions. Um, but this was part of the candle that caused that break of structure. So this is a supply zone naturally, right? And now when I saw price just break through it, I was like, okay, it's pretty light. Like it's not that big of a demand, a supply zone, so it should be fine, right? And then I saw price slow down. So in the video, you can see it. Yeah, so you can see price, it's losing steam. So it's not at any real resistance right now up here, right?
Right.
I zoom in. But this zone is now a demand zone. If you break through a supply zone, it becomes a demand zone. I think that's a key point there. Sometimes a lot of people forget. So you can also take, I'll show you another example of that happening.
So once it reaches the 3 minute supply zone, right?
Mm.
Do you close the trade like half of it, then take a
Nah.
profit?
So no. So because it's not a major resistance, and plus we broke straight through it. There was very little resistance. Look how big that candle is.
Yeah, yeah.
We broke straight through it. So really, it's not that big of a deal, right? And that's why I kind of didn't close anything here because I outlined that possible level of support and I would have closed it. I wrote it down as well. Yeah, so it's a neutral bearish candle, which is that like if I zoom out anytime soon. No, okay. It's this candle here. It's this candle, right? It's not this crazy bearish candle and it's not a very bullish candle either.
Yeah.
So it's just accumulating right now, right? It can go either way. So 9 out of 10 times I've seen it do this, it goes up, especially if it's in this temporary bullish stage, right? So if
So
it,
during its
sorry,
like its consolidation stage, right? Like
it's
just
consolidating. Yeah.
staying stagnant.
Yes.
Do you bring the stop loss to break even at that point?
Yeah. So I brought it even when I hit this supply zone. So I've got it marked out here.
Right.
So see that bell alert?
Yeah.
So I had that marked out just right where that supply zone is, or right before it. And it got triggered. Yeah, so move to break even, right? So just in
Mm.
case it does respect it and flies down, I'm not taken out.
Right, right. That's good. That is where the risk management comes in.
Yeah, and who cares if it goes to break even? Like there's no stress now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I'll just take a
You
trade
don't lose
tomorrow.
anything.
So moving to break even at any near supply zone is like the best thing you can do, bro. You don't have to
Mm.
wait for a 1 to 2.
Right. Of course, yeah.
So as soon as, well, that's my thing anyway. Like as soon as you hit this supply zone, just move to break even. It doesn't matter if it comes down, right? So I had my break even there and I was stress free. So again, if it closes below here, I would have closed out my position just because we kind of just broke through that supply zone. We could have maybe come down and went back up, but like this was pretty late. I didn't really want to watch it anymore. This
Mm.
was, yeah, this was 10 o'clock, 10:30.
So you already set your take profits ahead of time, right? You don't
Yeah,
manage.
so I set my take profit right there. I actually watched this one um all the way. Yeah, all the way to
Wow.
take profit. I watched it. And
How long does your trades usually last for?
let me have a look. I've got my
If this is where I need to
this is where you need
practice
to journal,
motion.
man. Typically they're kind of like a couple hours long. I actually got the start time. I don't have the time they take doesn't really matter. Like they can be a minute or they can be 2 hours. It doesn't really matter. But I think the time you take it matters because like a lot of them are either in the morning, like 8, 9, 10, or some of them are like 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 8 p.m.
Mm.
Like very rarely do I trade like in the mid-afternoon.
And do you focus strictly on a few pairs or you
Yeah, so AUD is what I started with, and it's really what I only trade. But AUD price action was
right,
just garbage, like when I was looking at it. So it was kind of this. It was super messy. Like I could
yeah,
have taken a short there, but it just wouldn't make any sense. That was like 3 in the morning. So it was kind of all garbage price action.
it's not high probability. There's no high probability in
Yeah.
this charts, yeah.
Yeah. And have you used the DXY? Have you looked into that?
No, DXY, no. I'm sticking strictly onto like foreign exchange pairs.
Mm-hmm. You trade,
Outside of foreign exchange pairs, I did look into BTC USD and as well as XAU USD. Other
gotcha.
than that, it's mostly forex pairs, like the major pairs.
Ryan's just asking how do you apply its identify supply and demand zones. Also, I've heard gold is kind of fucked for beginners.
Yeah, yes, it's not really good for beginners. It's just that on the daily time frame, I sort of saw the prices touching this certain support zone.
Yeah.
You know, I thought, hey, what this is very high probability trade. Set a sell limit order
Mhm.
and then just leave it be. But
Yeah.
the for some reason this year the price just skyrocketed past the trend line.
Disrespecting.
So, yeah, and so it just like uh executed my trade order and it just blew past the stop loss.
Yeah, right, right. Even Ryan's saying gold's hell of a, it's not nice. Like it's not a nice pair to trade. Okay. Let me
Yeah,
get
it's kind of unpredictable.
yeah. XAU you guys do.
Like if you go to the daily time frame for gold and then you just zoom out all the way to see its previous highs,
Yeah.
you'll see
This.
there's three hits that are
Yeah.
one, two, and three, the highs. Like it's a big wick. So I
Did
was
you
like,
get
oh
wigged
okay.
out here?
Yeah, right. That's the wick that stopped me out. And then
Yeah.
I was looking at the previous high, where way before that, way before that, like March or February.
Mm.
Yeah. So do you see these three like very high wicks that are on the same level?
Yeah.
Yes, there we go. That's what I was looking at.
So you're looking and you're just trying to short it there.
Yeah, because I keep seeing that it never went past this zone. So
Yeah.
I put my stop loss really tight. But for some
Okay.
reason this year it really just blew past the zone and then went back down again. So
Yeah, yeah. But even still, like 4% in like 2 months is crazy. Like you'd have to target pretty decent.
yeah,
And you do,
it's
don't you? You target pretty far down.
yeah, I try to put a high risk to reward ratio because if I see like the trend line or the zones are respected in the previous highs or lows, then I
Yeah.
would assume that it's not going to have a breaker structure when I enter this time round,
Yeah. Okay, let me answer Ryan's question about the supply demand zones. So
Yeah,
I was explaining a little bit before.
I think you joined late, that's why.
Mm. Yeah, he joined a little bit after. That's all good. So let me go down to this trade. Yeah, I think this is a good this trade is genuinely such a good example of a good reversal return of structure trade. I love it. But we'll start here, I guess. So if we go to this candle, right? Running out of time. That's right. If this meeting closes, I'll just send another invite. We've got 10 minutes, but I'll send another invite in like 5 minutes. So with this, the way we identify demand is this was a change of this is a break of structure actually. Let me take this out. So avoiding all of this stuff, this was a break of structure, right? We had this break of structure, and now, actually, this is a terrible example. I'm gonna go, this is a good example. Right, so given this
Yeah, 'cause I
price,
think the previous one is a failed break of structure, no?
yeah, this is a failed break of structure because we went up, broke structure, and just completely disrespected this demand zone, right? But I
Yeah.
think this is a good example to start with. So, Ryan, we have our bullish order flow, right? We have on the hour time frame, we have the higher highs and lower lows. So we're bearish, right? So we're moving down. Now, the way we identify supply zones in this case, because it's bearish, is the last candle or the last up candle before the break of structure. So the last up candle before the break of structure was this one here, right? If I take this out, is that one there. And then our most highest probability supply zone is here, the one at the very top, the protected high, right? So this is our protected high because if we broke this, this would be a change of character, right? This is our protected high right there. So this protected high is a supply zone, and the last candle that broke the structure is a candle, right? Is a supply zone. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah.
Are they the same as order blocks? Kind of. They're such interchangeable terms.
I think
Some people
some
say
terms
order
are like
block.
the same.
Yeah. What was that? Sorry?
Like some terms in forex is the same. Like we call it
Yeah.
a supply, demand, support, resistance.
Yeah, it's the
Uh,
same thing.
they're essentially the same, just different wordings, you know.
Yeah. Okay, why is this threatening to close the meeting? Hold on. But yeah, I mean, depends. Some people like even on TikTok, they push that like I hate ICT, I can't lie. Um
Yeah. It's always the ICT versus SMC war.
yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's irrelevant. But hold on. Let me But yeah, they're such interchangeable terms that you don't really like you just stick to one and it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah.
If this
There's
meeting
no
closes
winning
in seven
formula, you
minutes.
know.
Sorry?
There's no like, oh, SMC is better than ICT or ICT is better than SMC. It's what works for you.
It's what works for you. Yeah, like MSS is the same thing as a change of character, a market structure shift, I think is what they call it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if in like 6 minutes this meeting will probably close, but I'll just send another one. That's fine. Are you okay
Okay.
to join that one, Ryan, if I send it in the Discord?
I think he can only communicate through. Yeah, yeah. Is
Yeah,
it?
that's all good. All right, all good. So, as I was saying, the supply zone in this case is the one that causes the break of structure, right? Is the last up candle that causes the break of structure. So it's this one and this protected high. So for this one, it'll be this candle here, right? This will be our supply zone. And in terms of demand zones, because we had this break of structure, the last one would either be this one here or this candle here. Does that make sense?
Sorry, could you repeat that again?
Yeah. So in this case,
Yeah.
because we had the break of structure here, right? So
Right.
because ultimately, if you forget about this, it's just we moved up, came down a little bit, and then moved up again, right? If we ignore
Mm.
here and a break of structure happens there, right? Because that was the candle close.
Right.
So this is the demand zone now. That's the last candle, the last down candle that closed before the break of structure. Yeah, so price, these zones are just typically people who missed out on trading, so missed out on their order. So price will always come back, or not always. Price will try its best to come back to these zones, right? That's why we use it.
I think that's where you put your entry, right? Like when the price
Yeah.
is the previous zone.
So that's where the nuance is. I think this is where, Dev, you're kind of missing. Like this is on a smaller scale to what you're doing. So
Yeah.
because like yeah, like price like re bounced off this area, but that doesn't mean it'll bounce off next time.
Hmm.
Like this candle completely disrespected this zone. So there's so much money in this zone, or there's so many buyers in this zone, right? But there was just so many sellers up here. More sellers. Yeah, it could break out. So you don't know it will if it will hold. And that's what happened with your wick on there you go. So
On
US.
the XAU USD, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what happened with your trade as well. We go to the daily. Even if we say it like here,
Yeah, so these were the zones that I was looking at, correct?
yeah. Oh, this is some weird broker. So USD. Let's go another. So yeah, we have this zone, right? But we don't know if it will bounce off again next time. Yeah, we have it happen before, but it could just fly through. So
Yeah,
that's
right now the price has retested the wick.
what's that, sorry?
So right now for gold, right, as you can see, the price currently it's consolidating around the previous high.
Yes.
So if we look over here, it could continue pushing upwards and just breaking the supply zone.
Yeah, I mean, look, we kind
Hmm.
of technically did respect this supply zone, right? We respected it because of this huge candle. It wicked up, but we ultimately closed all the way down here.
Yeah,
But at the same time, we're in a bullish order flow, right?
yeah.
So I would kind of stay away because there's just so many mixed signals, right? We either have a sell or we have a buy down here as well.
It could go either way.
It could
Either
go
it keep
either way.
going upwards or
Unless unless
unless
you
it's a changing
see
factor.
a break above here, or unless you really see a break below here, I would stay away.
Yeah.
Because we're in this stage right now. We're in this stage. We haven't had a break above here or a break below there. So we're just kind of in the limbo at the moment.
Yeah. And this is based on the daily time frame.
Yeah, this is based off the daily time frame. I mean, it's the same. Look, if you take the 1 minute, this could be a 1 minute chart for all you know. So it doesn't really matter because
Yeah.
everything's fractal.
Fractal as in
So it's like if I cover, let me I'm just gonna let me bring Spotify out. I think this is the best way to explain it. I've got a minute and 9 seconds. But if I cover the time frame, right? You wouldn't be able to tell whether it's a 1 hour or a 4 hour chart or a daily.
right.
The
Yeah.
same things that happen on the daily happen in the hour, happen in the 4 hour, and happen in the 15 minute. So that's why you
Right.
can use the same strategy you use on the 1 minute on the daily as well.
Oh, it can be used on a
Yeah.
one or daily, the same strategy.
Yeah, because again, it's price is fractal. Everything's fractal.
Right, right.
Also, I'll send another invite. So I'll end this one and then just join again on the one I sent.
Sure.
All right, no stress.